Alrighty, so here's the bait that I'm going to be placing into that cage. I'm using some seed corn that I got out of the field a few years back. I've got a little bit of this I use for bait, so I'm going to use some of that. I had to go out and purchase some bird seed. I was going to get rabbit food, but it was just too expensive for the small amount that I needed. So I'm going to use some bird seed. It only cost, I think this was like 30 some cents. It wasn't hardly anything. So, and also I'm going to throw in some of this pond food, this fish food. I don't know if it's going to help or anything, but it's not going to hurt. So I'm going to throw in some of that. And there we go. It's all into this here, all mixed up. There we go. Alrighty, so I've seen a couple rabbits out here right in this area the last few nights when I've been letting Violet out. So I'm going to go ahead and set this trap up. Now, on the back end of it here, I have a trail cam set up right here. So I'm going to turn that on so that it'll start filming. Alright, it is on. Go. So it's going to sit right back there. I've got the bait in it. It's opened up. Now I'm going to shove it up underneath this tree here. Just like so. And I may even cover it up. I may even cover it up a little bit more over here. I may get some stray cats. I don't know. If I do get some stray cats, they'll either be relocated or I'll just let them go. But I'm just really trying to keep Violet from getting into this. May have to keep her out of this area for the next couple days. But they do show up at night, so we're going to check back in the morning and maybe even later tonight and see what we got. So now that I got it all set up, I have the 3 ingredients. I have a little bit of the pond food. I have the bird seed. And I have the wild corn. So what I'm going to do is scatter a little bit of this around, hopefully getting the attraction of what I'm looking for. There we go. Get some of this bird seed out. Be good. And scatter some of these pellets, these fish pellets around. There we go. Alright. So now I think we're set. Alrighty, so I was wandering through the house here a few minutes ago and kind of looked out the door and looked at the trap and I didn't see anything, and I wandered off back to my son's room to help him out with something, and then all of a sudden the dog went nuts. And I figured she just wanted to go out, but before I let her out I looked at the trap and I realized there's something in it. So see if I can, there you go, see it moving around in there. Yeah, I was kind of hoping it was a rabbit, but it looks like it's a cat. So if it's a stray cat, we're gonna just let it go. Okay, well, it's definitely a cat. So oh, holy cow, girl. It's Cinderella. It's our cat. She got out last night. I went out and got the cage that I had set up to try to catch the rabbits. I did not catch any rabbits. What I did catch was my cat, which got outside. And I caught some video of some birds. Other than that, nothing. Now, the trap that I had set out was not set to catch birds, so what I have done is I got my really small trap out here, which should be good enough to catch a bird. We'll see. I'm going to set this up. I'm going to set it out in the same spot because there was a cardinal that kept coming in and feeding off of the bird seed that I had in there. So I would love to get video of a cardinal. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this up in the exact same spot where I had the trap for the rabbit. And I will put my trail cam back out there. Now, I was using an 8 gig storage SD card with the camera, but it didn't save the video of me catching the cat. It had already stored plenty of information. I believe it just the birds was causing it to go off every few seconds. So anyway, I am going to set it up with a 64 gig chip SD card thing here, and we're going to see if I can't get some decent video of me catching the bird. I will bring it in here, I'll do some video, and then we'll go let it go. So let me set this up, and I probably will not, because it's pretty late at night right now, so I won't really get any good video of it, because I'm just going to set this up right now and take it out there and put it up. I will show you a little bit on it, but I won't show you setting it up. Just if you watch the video of my attempt at catching rabbits, then you'll see how it was set up and everywhere. I'm going to put it in the exact same spot. So I'll get right back with you. So it was just the weirdest thing. I'd had rabbits running around my yard for days, and I decided to set the trap up, and they no longer come around. Anyway, I've got this small little aluminum little pan that I bent up a little bit. I've got bird seed in it. I've got a little bit of honey sauce from KFC. I'm going to add that in there a little bit, just so I can make it a little sticky. Alrighty, so we're going to leave that honey right there. Now, back here I have the trigger, and it's actually an old dried French fry. So what I'm going to do is leave that on, because it's going to be a base for my my bait here, and this will slide in there. Let me get this back here eventually. There we go. There it is. Now, I'm just going to set that in there, and I'm going to dip that in there. There we go. So I want to get that French fry, that dried French fry, all clumped up with the seed and the honey here, which is really the purpose of the honey, was to create a, there we go. So there we go, and I'll set that just like that. That's nice here, so the bird can hit it. And all I'll do is set that to a hair trigger. There we go. Move the bait all the way to the back. I'm going to take this outside, set it up right after I attach the trail cam, and then hopefully soon I'll have a video of a nice little bird sitting in here, and then we can do a nice little video on that, and then we'll let it go and maybe see how many birds we can catch and what kind. So I'll get right back with you. Alrighty, so I got the bird trap set out there. I watched the video of the other trap, the rabbit trap, and like I said, most of it was there were a few cats. Now, of course, I did catch my cat in it. I'm not quite sure why she got in there. Maybe she just smelled my scent on it, because she's not an outdoor cat. She happened to escape and just happened to catch her. There was another cat or two that I saw, but they never went inside. It was just rabbit, well, not even at that time it wasn't rabbit food. It was like pond food for koi. It was some bird seed and some corn that I got out of a field a couple seasons back. That's all it was. So it wasn't something a cat was going to get into. So I knew I wasn't really going to catch any stray cats. Birds were really around it, and then I added some rabbit pellets and stuff, but that didn't attract any rabbits. So they must have moved on or something. But I also, and I didn't keep it. I ended up deleting it. Maybe I shouldn't have, but I did actually catch the feet of somebody trying to break into an empty trailer next door to us. They were sneaking in the back window. They had some crates and stuff set up there, some pallets and everything, and you actually seen their feet coming in and going up those pallets into the back window. That's all it was. It was just below the knee, down with their shoes. So I don't know who it was, and honestly don't really care. But anyway, we will check that in the morning and see if we don't have a bird. And I've got to go check Violet because she's getting crazy. And also one more thing, I'm not sure that it was the amount of storage I had on the SD card. I think it was just the cheapy batteries that I was using ended up running out. I think that's what it was. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it was more the batteries than it was the SD card. But anyway, I have a 64 gig SD card out there now, and I don't see it running out anytime soon. Like I said, we'll check it tomorrow.